In this video, we'll be taking a look at one NFL game happening on September 26, 2024, and providing you with a free team pick and total pick for this game, so 2 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on this one NFL game after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Dallas Cowboys versus New York Giants. Week 4 of the NFL season kicks off with an intriguing matchup between two National Football Conference East rivals, both of whom are still looking to find their footing as the season progresses. The Dallas Cowboys will travel to New Jersey to face the New York Giants under the lights of Thursday Night Football. Dallas is coming off a disappointing 28-25 loss at home to the Baltimore Ravens, where they failed to cover the spread as slight 1-point underdogs. Meanwhile, the Giants are riding high after securing a hard-fought 21-15 road win over the Cleveland Browns, defying the odds as 6.5-point underdogs. Historically, the Cowboys have dominated this matchup, holding a 75-46-2 all-time advantage in the regular season and winning their last 6 meetings, including a 49-17 blowout victory in November of last year. New York's performance last Sunday marked a significant turnaround. Their defense, particularly the front 7, had a breakout game, notching 8 sacks and holding the Browns to a mere 148 total yards. This defensive masterclass was the highlight of a game where Cleveland's offensive line was hampered by injuries. On offense, Daniel Jones delivered a polished performance, completing 24 of 34 passes for 236 yards and 2 touchdowns, largely thanks to an excellent game plan from head coach Brian Daboll. Most of Jones' production came from short, quick throws, a strategy that minimized risk and maximized efficiency. Malik Neighbors, emerging as a top-tier receiver, caught 8 passes and was responsible for both of Jones' touchdown throws. Though the Giants' run game struggled early, they managed to rack up 112 rushing yards and control the time of possession, a critical factor in their win. This was a major improvement for a Giants team that had looked out of sorts during the first 2 weeks of the season. On the other hand, the Dallas Cowboys continued their downward spiral, taking another hit in the power rankings. Their defense was unable to contain the Ravens' high-powered offense, giving up 21 points in the first half alone and allowing a staggering 456 total yards, 274 of which came on the ground. Despite a brief rally that saw Dallas score 19 points on 3 consecutive drives against a softened Ravens defense in garbage time, it was clear that the damage had already been done. The Cowboys' offense appeared disjointed, with the exception of a standout performance from tight end Jake Ferguson. Their struggles are particularly concerning given that they are entering a short week and face a 2-game road stretch that could further test their resilience. Typically, the Cowboys have thrived in matchups against the Giants, winning both meetings last season by a combined score of 89-17. In fact, they've won the last 6 encounters between the two teams. However, this time around, the circumstances feel different. Dallas' offensive line has been showing signs of deterioration, and they will be facing a Giants defense that applied heavy pressure on Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson last week. New York's head coach, Brian Daboll, has proven adept at crafting effective short field offenses, which could spell trouble for a Cowboys defense that has been susceptible to precisely this type of attack in recent weeks. Last season, the Cowboys swept the Giants in their 2-game series, something they've accomplished for 3 consecutive years. Dallas quarterback Dak Prescott threw 12 more passes last week than he did in Week 2, trying to orchestrate a desperate comeback that fell just short. Against a Giants pass defense that has outperformed Baltimore's this season, Dallas will likely try to establish their running game early on, resorting to a heavy passing attack only if necessary, while the Cowboys might be able to exploit a depleted Giants secondary if New York's defense can apply even half the pressure they put on Watson last week. Prescott and the Cowboys' offense could be in for a rough night. Though the Dallas Cowboys are considered the more talented team on paper, the same could have been said in their previous matchups against the Saints and Ravens, both of which ended in disappointment. Dallas has been unable to establish a consistent running game, and their defense has been porous, particularly against the run. With a short week and the disadvantage of playing on the road, confidence in the Cowboys is at an all-time low. Meanwhile, the New York Giants are riding the momentum of their upset win over the Browns and have shown a penchant for rising to the occasion in games against the Cowboys. The Giants have covered the spread in 4 of their last 5 games as home underdogs of 5 or more points. With a bit of momentum on their side and the desire to break their losing streak against Dallas, the Giants could either pull off the upset or at least keep the game close enough to cover the spread. Therefore, the New York Giants to cover as underdogs is our full game side pick. As for Dallas defense, any hopes for positive regression seem unlikely. Being battered in consecutive weeks is difficult for any team to recover from, especially one with the high expectations that accompany the Cowboys. Head coach Mike Zimmer's defensive unit appears lost, and the locker room tension won't do them any favors. They currently rank last in almost every meaningful rushing defense category, and they allow an alarming 29.7 points per game, the 3rd worst in the league, trailing only the Rams and Panthers. The Giants' defense looked improved in Week 3, but that was largely due to the struggles of Deshaun Watson and a banged-up Browns offensive line. Dallas, despite their problems, leads the NFL in pass attempts per game at 41, a statistic that's inflated due to their habit of playing from behind. While the Cowboys have been forced to rely on their passing game, their offense still boasts elite playmakers in C.D. Lamb and Jake Ferguson, 2 of the best at their respective positions. Prescott, who has historically been comfortable playing at MetLife Stadium, has not lost there since December 2016. In his 6 other appearances at the Meadowlands, the Cowboys have averaged 31 points per game. Coming off an embarrassing Week 3 performance, Dallas will be eager to right the ship. Dallas has gone over the point total in each of their 3 games this season. In their opener against Cleveland, they combined for 50 points against a total of 42. In Week 2 against the Saints, they blew past the total of 47 points with a combined 63. Last week, they combined with the Ravens to score 53 points, surpassing the total of 47.5. Meanwhile, all 3 of New York's games have gone under the total. They combined for 34 points against a total of 41 in their opener against the Vikings, 39 points against a total of 43 in their Week 2 loss to Washington, and 36 points against a total of 38 in their Week 3 win over Cleveland. In 7 of the last 10 meetings between the Cowboys and Giants, the total has gone over. In their 2 matchups last season, the teams combined to average 53 points per game but split against the total. Over their last 6 meetings, at least one team has scored 23 points or more in all but one game. Both offenses have been slow to get going this season, but each has shown signs of life. Prescott leads the league in passing yards and could light up the scoreboard, especially against a weakened Giants defense. While Daniel Jones has been inconsistent, the emergence of Malik Nabers as a top receiving threat has given him a much-needed spark. The over has hit in 7 of the last 10 meetings between these teams, and with Dallas' defensive woes and the Giants' newfound offensive rhythm, we could be in for an entertaining and high-scoring Thursday night showdown. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.